It's 2 days. Hey, good morning for those that are here already. I'm going to try to get this all set up. I don't know if I'm not sure I'm going to trade the open. Just as you know, it's not been going the best for me right at the very open. It's my little thrill is obviously costing me to dig out of holes that just are senseless. So I don't know if I'm going to do that again today, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel in the moment. I deleted everything again, so I'm starting back from. So I have to go pretty quick here because I do want to do the 30-minute breakout, which I got a comment, and I did used to do that. He's right. I probably would have been better off on my trades. But if you're listening, the person, I will answer eventually, to you on the chat. Sorry, but it is gambling. Yeah, you said it seems like it's more like gambling. I'm assuming you mean the open. Yeah, that's gambling, man. That's just crazy to trade that open candle. That's just, which I do not, I don't imply anything other than that's not what that is. So you are correct. It's not just seems like I am gambling. So, oops, that one hit for just a second there, but, I don't really need to say hi and all that stuff. I'll just make it green, and this can be the low. Just so people can see that it is the 30-minute, but I'm not going to keep typing high and low. All right. Now, this, of course, has its earnings at the aftermarket close, and then its guidance after 5. I expect that it's going to be good news, but that doesn't mean that the stock will go up. It's the weirdest things with earnings, right? For those of you that follow, like it might go down at first because they've already figured in if the guidance isn't as exciting enough or for whatever reason, and then go up afterwards or something, like a day later or something. So you can get caught in these things. So it's just nothing's for sure. That's the problem. So I did, if you didn't watch the replay, I did dig out. I actually dug out more than the replay even showed because I did more trading to where I was only like $59 down. But yeah, that was like a big hole I got myself into there. Actually got more red from what you guys saw before I got it to be green. It was painful. And yeah, it happens. I just had an off day. And that's our first calendar red day for this strategy. So it's sad. It's sad that it happens. But it does happen. I am not flawless, in case anybody, one person, thought I was. Maybe there's one person that thought that. I don't know. You seem to have a core group that comes every morning. I'd like to build that up, but I appreciate you guys that are here. Some people were thinking I wasn't going to stay on, but I am. I'm going to stay on. Not. I'm not sure what style of trading we're going to do next month. But what's my time here? Okay. Oh, yeah, so I got the clock figured out. That's corrected at least. Oops. Yeah, it was something on my actual computer, which it keys into was giving the wrong time on my actual computer. Really weird. I had to reset that. You know, I don't doubt that weird stuff like that happens with the amount of stuff that I do, constantly changing, going back and forth on platforms and time frames and let's see what we got here. This is so clear. I'm going to mark this right now. Let's do it. Let's do a sort of a smooth level right here. Does that? Yeah. So that hit right there. Oh, am I on? Let's smooth it till it hits this mark right here, because this is a lot of static in here, but right around that level might be respected. 229.11 for Apple. Other than that, let me get the 30-minute breakout marked. Wow. So you always do the breakouts for the RV strategy. This is in Day Trade in Volume 4. You always do those on the bodies, not the wicks. So this is going to get broken out like immediately, it looks like here. Hello, young lady. Are you going to give me good luck today? You're welcome. You are welcome here. Yes. Maybe I'll give you some attention so you stay, because we need better luck today than yesterday. Let's see. You know, all the snacks everybody gives her, I'm surprised she's not like 500-pound cat. Wow, where's our fibs? Way back here, huh? Okay, I was going to say the other one has to be right near it. I worry when they're so far back, like, is this one we should be really respecting? Come on. Not so sensitive, please. There we go. So I know a lot of people are trading Hood and doing really well by it. Getting some FOMO about it. I know I don't know how many in this group live are not English their primary language, but FOMO is fear of missing out, in case you don't know. Probably everybody knows, but just in case. The teacher in me has to say stuff like that occasionally. Now, let's see. We still got lots of time here. Maximize sell here. Now, when you're marking this historical data, which may or may not come into use, you kind of want to take note of where we're at. So anywhere in the like 104 up to like 113 area here, depending on how this moves, would be an area where you'd probably want to show what has happened here. So, and I'm not looking right on a body or right on a wick, because when there's a lot, you know, I just try to smooth. You can see the fibs pick these up perfectly. You know, in this one again, look at that in between here. Just like the smaller fibs pick this up. So that's why the Fibonacci levels are so important if you're going to do this type of scalping where you're trying to do channel trading. So we're right on that level, right about that price one. So yeah, this could come in. Let me put it there just for the heck of it. We'll smooth it across. No, it actually is better to go lower because I catch more of that. And then here, yeah, okay, that's about it. Now let me get onto the 30-minute here. Now this is where I might do the trade the open, is on the 30-minute breakout. If we seem we have an interesting level here. And that's based on day trading volume 4. They have four breakout, commonly used by professional traders, that they look for those breakout levels right near during the open market session, right near the beginning. And then they go in, they make their moves based on that. Wow, I like it when I grab them right off the bat like that. 5 minutes. So we're just marking these out, getting ready. Now on this, you see me mark the fibs if you followed me on different trading. That sometimes I only mark the bodies. I go back and forth on that. Again, since they're guidelines, right? So you can't get into just go, this is an exact way to do it. It's just not that black and white. So just remember that when you get into that kind of mode in your head, like you're trying to learn, right? So you're trying to do exactly what's being shown. And it's just like, well, the one thing you want to learn is that there's no definite, and you're just trying to get an edge on the probabilities of where there's a particular possible support or resistance. So give yourself a break if you don't mark them exactly, because they never turn exactly. They're within a few cents either way. But it does make sense to mark them. So I think we've marked the main ones out that hit the scanners. So this is what hit the scanner this morning. We can just go to the scanner actually. So this is a custom scanner that I coded. And yeah, it's just not the market. I think one of the questions I saw come through that I haven't answered yet was, I'm trading differently. Is it because the market is different right now? And it is. But keep in mind what we're doing right now this month, which if you came in late, was just this particular type of trading, scalping, a challenge to make between $150 to $500 a day. For the most part, we're doing really good. I didn't have it all queued up to show on TraderView again, but I'll show it on the replay. And that's what this is. So I'm planning to show different styles as we go on. But I think this is, if you can learn to scalp, which will appear like gambling to a lot of people, even after the open, it's when when you're kind of getting into it, when you're getting in the zone, like Mark Douglas says, that's when you know that when you feel like you have some control, then you don't feel like it's gambling as much. But until that, you get that feeling, yeah, it definitely seems like gambling, which is why you'd want to follow somebody more. I'll just do what he does because he must know something I don't know, And really remember, guys, that, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. You should not be taking the trades based on exactly what I do. Now, I have been following this for the most part, where I only have 25% of my position, but sometimes in half of it. And I have found the hardest thing to do this challenge is keeping my share size down to what somebody can afford if they only have 25,000 in their account and they can margin up to 100. That has been the hardest thing for me. I think that obviously I could have made a lot more money if I had higher share size, but also I think I could have bailed out of losing trades just because of the way that I trade, which I don't advise everybody to do that. I add more just to get out quick. Add more. So my price points within, if you look at the level to flow, it's definitely a way over the years that I've learned to trade that's not for everybody. When I catch this flow and I see that I'm getting 8 to 10 or 12 cents, even when it's in a negative, I'm in a negative position, I'm way out of range. If I can get into range and just get out, I know I have that flow, so I can quickly go if I'm short, I can just go short again, and I'm suddenly up to like 1,000 shares or 2,000 shares, but I'm right within within 6 or 8 cents, and then I just get out, even on market, and I might lose, a few dollars, but if you're upside down, but it's a particular way to trade that can go bad, if it suddenly did a drop, right when you were adding to these share size and you're leveraging, $1 million+ dollars. It's like to try to make $10. It's a form of insanity, really. And I do get stuck up on accuracy, and I shouldn't be, because if you want to be a successful trader, accuracy, obviously you want to be accurate, but I mean, it's about making money and cutting your losses. It's about cutting your losses, controlling. If you're 51%, you can still be very profitable. I'm speaking to the guys that are and gals that are here all the time. If you're struggling, and it's just, you don't forget about being accurate. Just be profitable. That's what it comes down to. Cut your losses. Have a max loss. I think I said there that this is the most important thing. These two bullet points. These are the most important thing. Logging's pretty darn important too, recording and logging so you can see where you're succeeding and where you're. All this is important, but this is my trading plan, so you could see what do I do, what have I done? I still break them, like this one. I was listening to somebody in an interview that said one of the biggest problems I had getting green early on was that I gamified trading, because he said, I'm a gamer. Well, I'm a gamer too. I'm a big gamer. And I had never really thought of that phrase. He's a younger lad than myself. And he used the word gamify. I gamified my trading. I'm like, damn, I'm so guilty of gamifying. I see the number up there, the loss or the win, and it's just like I'm in the middle of a game. It's not a big deal to me either way. And I think that comes with if you have a steady income, if you're lucky enough to be in a position where that money doesn't really matter. Obviously, you don't want to lose money senselessly. There's a point where I'm just trying to. It does relieve a lot of the stress that you can sort of just follow what you believe, is going to happen, and then get rid of that fear. Like, what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? Oh my God, I should just get out. So if you don't have to worry about losing a certain amount of money a day, whatever that might be, because you are making your nut every month anyway, and this is just play money. If you're lucky enough to be in that position, it's a bad way to look at trading, to gamify it that way. And it's hard to get out of that mode too if you want to be real serious to make more and more and more and more money, So, I don't know. That was a lot of information there, but it does give you more backbone when you're not as worried, right? The person that said money doesn't buy happiness, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Obviously, I get what they mean there. You can still be very unhappy and be rich, but it makes it easier to have money. Let's face it. Come on, guys. Raise your hand if you agree. And to have a comfortable lifestyle. But there will be a point where you would what are the things that, you know, float your boat? What are the things that make you happy? I mean, my thought that people can be successful out of watching stuff that I show, that I teach, that makes me really happy. You know, would I want to give up all my money so that you're happy? No, probably not. No, no. But, you know, if I'm comfortable, what do you do? You know, all my life, the way I've found that the happiest I've ever been is when I do something for somebody else, right? I think most of you must know what I mean, right? That you just, when you've helped somebody else and they're thanking you and you just feel so prideful that you've made a difference in their life. It's like, God, it's like you just got $1 million check, you know? It didn't bounce. I once got a, this is an actual question that was asked me one day. One of my retail establishments, you may have heard this before, but it said, hey, will you take a third-party welfare check? So many things wrong with that statement. No. First of all, you cannot sign over a welfare check. Secondly, why are you buying this product if you're in this kind of a situation? I mean, I can't even go too deep into that and more. But anyway, I'm going to get ready here, guys. I think I'll look to see. Let's see if Apple has done anything on the 30-minute breakout here. So they're way below our breakout level on the 30-minute. This is so tight that it's kind of like not even a, yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that on a breakout. Let's take a look at Hood. I don't have much time if I'm going to do anything, and I'm leaning toward not taking any trade at the open. I mean, the first candle anyway. There's our breakouts up there. This is a little better looking. If it breaks back up through here, that might be a place to jump in or to set it on the ladder there. Yeah, so why don't we do that? Let me look at the range here real quick. Yeah, so it started to go back up. It's fading down. Yeah, this could go up this morning, so let me get ready to do this one. Maybe. Oh, it's going to break. It broke the breakout already. Ugh, it does that. So now I can't really. I was going to set it for right around here, but could set it at the fib. I guess I'd just rather wait and see how the price action moves to see if I want to do anything. The problem with that is you won't get picked up, you know, on ask or bid a lot. And then if you hit market, they give you some terrible thing, 20 cents, 30 cents away from your position, like 10 seconds after you push the button, you know, on the opening candle. This does look like it's going to go up. I didn't hit the news on this. You see what we've got. I can hit this after the, yeah, they don't consider Hood newsworthy. Apple might really go today too. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to Apple. Even though the breakout's right near it. That's the 30-minute breakout I marked, but I'm not going to go in immediately unless I see something that so we're just going to wait. We got 20 seconds, guys. Good luck. Everybody's here. Here goes our bell. There it goes. It's going to do this. Is it going to break the breakout up there? Here's our 30-minute breakout, high and low. I might buy the bid on a dip down here, guys. I'm liking that it's it just went right back up. Gonna get a dip down here, or is that over? The dip over. There was 78 cents on the bid. I'll go ahead and try to get in. A little risky on this move. Still could go down. So we're still on the first 1 minute candle here. And it's hurting me. Couldn't help myself. Couldn't help myself. Still thinking we may have a play here. I didn't wait for the breakout. That's why I'm saying like I couldn't help myself. I looked at the price action and it seemed like it was going to go up. So that was good. Yay. Finally, I didn't not red on the first trade. I feel happy that I just don't have to break out and pull out of $130 red. So now more responsible head will prevail, and I'm going to wait and watch price action. I don't know if I'll stick with Apple, but let's see if it consolidates. Looking on the scanner to see what's happening. NVIDIA went down. Tesla is soaring. I didn't even look at that to see as a possibility. What is going on with Tesla lately? Long bias breakout momentum. Wow, I didn't give that its proper due. Let's get over there. Wow. Imagine if we would have jumped on that for an opening move. Does that sound like FOMO? Now, this is how I got out yesterday was being riding Tesla up, slowly scalping it up and doing small retracements. But that could be, it's high for a while. It could be a big pullback here. So how did it open? So it opened at 51.94, right? And yesterday's close is at 351.67. So we're, $1.50 to $2 up from its close, and it looks like it's not gonna. Well, the buyers did drop off here. That news was calling Tesla to go up. The problem is Tesla is its own animal. It was surprising to me that it went up so high yesterday because 348 was its high for a long time. Was been its high. But this might be if we have a strong bias and then we can get some consolidation, then we can do the consolidation with a long biased. This definitely seems like it's going to go. It's about to pop to me, and there it goes. I was looking at the price action. It just says this is going to go up. So there's its high. It's about to hit it. I think I'm going to try to get a dip if it goes down at all. I'll try to get a dip here, guys. Nope. Need something below 354 for sure to try to get a dip there. There it goes. All right. Now I'm in it. It's actually quite a lot of shares to go in it. That's my half position to begin with. I didn't adjust my shares. I just realized. Got to wait this out for a fairly big move. See if we can get it back up over 50. There we go. Can I get that? Didn't give it to me. That was like a $30 trade. There we go. Wow. 100 shares. It took that long to do that? That's not saying much for Thinkorswim right now. Or that's scary. Yeah, I don't have this on the other routing, so that's why. God, that's what people go through. That's craziness. So again, I will look for a dip. I won't play the short, and I'll play long bias now that I have a cushion. Anything below the 53, well, a little bit more than 97. Yeah, get down into the 70s and 80s down there. I lowered my share size. Oops. I knew that was going to be 90 something. It's not what I wanted. Tried to get out at 20 cents, so that was good. Got up to $50. So again, I'm going to look for a dip down here. There, that's a better dip than before if I get it 75. Lower share size, have a cushion, can take a chance. Just going to play the dip and go long biased here. We don't have a real consolidation yet. So this is sort of a catalyst bias type of trade here. Meaning it had news and I'm buying dips and playing it long. There we go. So that was another one. We got this up to 79. Whoa, missed it, huh? Got out too soon. Oh my God. What was the news? No news. Wow. I don't think we're going to dip below into the 53s again. You never know. That was a big dump share size in there. Looking for anything close to the 50. Wow, can I get that? Oh, nice. I got that. But wow. Took me 2 times to fill that. 50 shares. Come on, guys. Do better. Market makers, do better. What are you doing? Of course, that's the bid and the ask. But so 109 on that. Looking for a dip. We might get a larger retracement, guys, so careful. Sure not looking like it, though. I think that was our dip. I could have got it at 80 cents down there. There we go. I'll try it. 87. Pick me up. Oh, hit it a couple times, but it didn't get me. It got some other people. Other lucky folk got in that trade. I am not one. Unless it swales down now. I'm holding it for a minute because I like that position if it picks me up, so I'm just going to hold it. I don't plan on getting in above that position yet. We are getting a little bit of consolidation here, so I like the look of that. We're on the 8-minute, right? Yeah. I may never get in this trade. There we go. I'm looking at the ask to see where I'm at here. I'm at 87 cents in long, 353.87. Hoping this isn't a big drop off here. Got it down to 50 shares, just 50 shares here. Looking for a spike to get a little bit more than 10 or 12 bucks. It was up there into the 54.40 range just a second ago. But the way it's starting to consolidate, I may want to take a lesser gain. Yeah, that's what I was afraid was going to happen. It's kind of dropping off a little bit, so I kind of want to get out of this trade. I've got a nice cushion, but I'm going to try to get out on any kind of a spike up here because now it's starting to fade. Yeah, not good. Let me just take a quick look to see if I want to add on the way up. 12 cents, 20. What's it swaling at? It is not showing me love. There it goes. Yeah, finally. No, I'm not going to add. There's the MACD. See the MACD? I respect that, and that's saying it's not going to keep going up. So I'd like to see it push that. Nah, that was not good. I should have just got out for a lesser loss there. Well, I might take a hit here, guys, and just to get out of this trade. It's too many red candles. 5-minute red. I'm just going to get out. All right, that's too bad. Well, the market gave me a bad thing getting out too. All right, so now we're getting, you can see on the 5 minute, we're getting a retracement. We had a nice big cushion there, so we're still 67 up on that. I say we. So let's see. Now we need it to confirm somewhere before we keep trying to do anything there. It's kind of about where I got out still. It's just hasn't continued to go down, but it broke the 9, the VWAP, the 14, the 20. You know, it's below the magnet. So you can see it over here, 5 minutes red. What are we doing over there? So NVIDIA people are jumping out right now. The earnings are later today, but I don't know why that happened. Okay, back to watching the chart. Yeah, I need a recovery here before I even think about this again. So we need a couple of green candles down here, then not just one. I'm not going to jump in that. So that stopped at the 52.50. People may decide that that's low enough to go in. Yeah, its open was 51.94. Its close yesterday was 51.67. We get another green candle up here. It might be worth trying to ride it up again. It just broke the 53. There it goes. So let's see if we can get into this move. I'm going to go ahead and get in there, guys. I think it's going to go. Come on, show me a recovery there. We need another green candle. You got 30 seconds to go green. There you go. Come on. Oh, boy, not good. Not good. It's going to hit me. I got to get out. 2 bad trades. Yeah, that's going to turn. It's only got 4 seconds. It's going to be a red candle, so wasn't, and the momentum sent it down, so oops, I tried. Let's see. Apple is doing its thing. Let's take a look at Apple. So we got 24 bucks here already. Look at that. Is that going to be some channeling? Because that would be lovely. NVIDIA's earning reports is almost like you got to treat it like a Fed announcement. Like you got to be careful today because it moves so much of the market. But, we're not going to get it till after close. So let's see if this has got some support here. So there's the breakout levels, the 30-minute breakout levels right there. Respected those right on this fib. Volume went up as that was going up. Actually, this just seems a little too tight for me. Let me go pull it back a little bit here. I need a little bit more historical data to trade this. I mean, on the chart as I'm watching it, just I like to see the patterns. Now, primarily, I'm watching the level 2 along with these indicators, but I will. The levels, if they get respected, like this 230 was, 230.15 fib, made a nice tweezer move. Wow, it's going to break down, huh? So if you follow the open strategy, you should go short right there and take profit right there, 9 cents. And you would have made a good trade. Well, let's go back up to 100 shares on this. Magnet pull down. Did you see that happening? Wow. What did Apple open at? 220, 228.61. Yesterday's close was 229.31. Well, that's good news. Apple music radio stations, right? People might invest with that. Here's our $0.50 at the 28. Look at everything overall. It's showing market going down right now on the QQQ and the SPY. So don't know if I just want to buy a dip for no reason here. I mean, other than just support, I need more people wanting to go up. So I'm on Apple and I'm looking for some sort of channeling. We just broke into the 11th minute, 12 minutes. So now we really need to start looking for something that's consolidating to try to get some good back and forth action on. If you look here, you're getting from 7 to 12 cents within every 2 to 5 seconds. I'm working on another indicator, guys, for that. It's in progress. Thinkorswim, anything on a chart, anything less than a minute, they don't really do. So it's hard to do stuff because you have to get your price action through a chart on a custom script. It won't read level 2, it only reads level 1. So again, because you can see it on the chart as well. So it's just so we did stop here with a tweezer move. That is the bottom of the market magnet. It is getting some support right there. Let's see if this is really a support level. It's an odd price point. You got time, so we just wait around for something decent to trade. Okay, well, that's a good sign because it is turning around there. So is it going to get us up here and then we could think about going short, then go long again down here? That's a pretty decent channel, $1.25-ish. $2.29 it's holding, right around the 229 level. Remember, it opened at 228.61 but closed at 229.31, so within really 30 cents. No, 70 cents. Sorry, 70 cents. All right, so this is looking interesting to take a long here. If this can hold again. Yeah, that's a second green candle off that reversal sign there. Not getting a lot of movement here for 100 shares. As far as money, so making any money on these. There you go. That's what I like to see. It's going to do the break. Did the 30? It broke through the 30-minute breakout. It's on its way up now. I might go short up here, guys. Just want to see what's going down. You think about it, it hasn't really moved much. That candle looked exciting for a second. I'm thinking about buying the dip as it gets closer to the 228. Anything just below 229, I would buy a dip there. 99, 95. Give me one more down there. 91. Anything in the 80s? I'll try that. Get me? Okay, so I got in at 89, hoping that that's just a slight dip there. You can see that we're not going to get much on the green side here for money. I tried to get at 01 there, so that would be like $11 if it picked me up. Just a small trade, yeah, so a small trade. Look for a dip again, see if we can play that action again. It was showing that this is a place right now, so it was an easy call there to kind of go off the fib, bounce off that fib and magnet level, and the 229. This hangman here is telling you it's going to go up if you read the patterns, but the 5 minute is not really a conducive pattern there. For that, conducive for that kind of movement, so. Just try to get this to our minimum of $150 today by just loping along. That's the next half hour or so. Very slow price action on Apple here. Safe though, you know. Gee, it doesn't seem to want to dip down even to the 229 now. There's increased volume on the sellers. Sellers are 17 target. Buyers are only 12. There we go. So that broke the breakout level. So a lot of people jumped in right there on that. Sent it even higher, another 16 cents higher. I would definitely short at 230, but I'm a little worried about shorting quite at this point. Let's see what that. So that's at the 50 cent mark, a little bit above the 50 cent mark for that tweezer move. There's the bigger tweezer move up there at the 230. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I don't even want to get confused by that level. Yeah, I didn't see this level. That's the bigger level up there, 230. So as this climbs, we may get some retracement off the 230 area. Seems to be its spot that it wants to stop. But now it's like long biased again because it's retracing back up. Just hasn't. We need to break these right here. Yeah, 29.50. We need to really break the 29.50 area to think about maybe even going long with this as it climbs. There it goes. Now you can go market on this because the spread's like nothing. Well, actually, that's 3 cents. Well, there it goes. Thinking about going long as this goes up, guys. I'm just waiting for a little bit to get closer to the 50 cent again. If it comes down, it's not coming down, so I kind of missed my prime entry. Yep, it's 30 cents up off of that. That's a $30 trade already with just 100 shares. Give me any kind of a dip down there that's a little better than that, guys. It definitely just shows going up here. Just the volume's higher on that than the last. I'm going to go ahead and go in there, guys. I got it at 65 even. Looking for it to continue, a continuation upward. Oh, we don't like to see a morning star, evening star happen right there. There it goes. You're not reversing. Don't even pretend like you don't want to reverse. Let's go. Go, go, go. Up to 230. Hitting the 230. Let's go. Remember, stick to your max loss, guys, and then you'll be fine on your accuracy. $0.50. I want 50 cents to absolutely stop this from going down, so. Which it did. All right, that's a good reversal. Rickshaw man. Looking like we want to go up here, so. Man, it hits that 75 and it just stops. You gonna pass it this time? 75, 76 now on the ask for a second. It's hard to get a decent trade here to get out. Definitely hit that at the wrong number there. I wanted to hit it for 11 bucks. I think I got it for like 8 bucks. Just was thinking it was going to retrace one more time down here, so let's see. Still riding it hot long here. I wanted to catch a quick out and then try to get the dip to get back in. Because it is consolidating right here like it wants to turn around. That's a red evening star. Some people would call it a doji, but that is a reversal sign, so let's be careful right here going long. See if it's going to keep dipping. Really slow down a bit here. I'm going to go in right there. I got a better entry near the 50 cent for it to go back up, but if it keeps going down, then that's a... We've got a fib for support. We've got the market magnet for support. We've got historical data here. Oh, that's a very... Is that our historical data? That's a lame historical data right there. Okay. Well, that was a level I wanted it to break, but that's decent if we get that trade. There we go. So we're up to 59 there. Look at how it's just stopped dead right here, huh? Very consolidated. Now, I've been buying market just to make sure I get in because the spread's pretty tight. Still going long biased on this, looking for a dip. There was 56 cents. 52. Okay, I'm going to grab that. 54. That was a bad entry, but let's see if it's going to go back up now and not do a fade here. 5 minutes like the beginning of the red, right? Nope, 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 nope. Don't break the 50 cent. Don't break the 50 cent. Stop that. We need a green candle. I'm just going to get out of this trade for a short, tiny loss. There it goes. Come on. I thought 54 was a good entry there a second ago, and now I'm questioning it. Holding. Holding for an upward move. Here we go. Let's get another 10, 15 bucks here. We got it 54, so let's look into the 64, 68, 70 area. Look at that. That's like 65. That was good. Up to 71. So I got out quick just because of what's been happening here, but you know, it might be that we're going to get bigger candles, so let's see. There's really nothing wrong with going short here the way it's acting. So we're starting that long stair step again here, so I'm going to retract that statement. If you just tuned in, we're trading a very safe, small climbing to get to your goal stock. Share size, keeping it pretty low. We've got some money on NVIDIA already. Let's take a look at that. What do we have for NVIDIA? Oh, it wasn't NVIDIA. What was I trading? Oh, was it Tesla? Tesla, we have 50 so far. So we're close to our 150 goal if you've been following along. So we're getting back down where we might get that 229.50 dip. Just broke the 10 o'clock, so expect the volume to go up a little bit as everybody jumps in for the RV strategy and other strategies that start at 10 a.m. East Coast time in the New York Stock Exchange. So if they called it, what are they doing, Charlie? Do we have an RV stock up? Tesla again. Oh, they're going Tesla. They're not trading Apple. Tesla is the RV stock for the people that wanted an RV, and I can see why. It's within $1 of its opening and closing position from yesterday, so it's very, it had popped up much higher to 354. Now it's back down to 350. I'm looking at the watch list. Whoa, here we go. Okay, so as that looks like that's going to break that, go down to that fib. I'm going to get in there, guys. 51. Should have been 50, but playing that dip with the fib as the backup. Fib is the support here. We also have the 20 here, but we just broke the 9 and the 14. So, again, very conservative. Hard to lose money unless you just don't get out when it goes against you. And the fib is sort of like I don't want it to go past that or I'll get out. There we go. It's going to spring back up, give us some money here. Just baby steps. Try to get out for some baby steps. I tried to get out for $10. Yep, I got out. All right, so that's a dragonfly. So the candlestick pattern playbook, guys. Learn your patterns because that told you it was going to continue to go up. Now you have the market magnet right here, which is a really important indicator to get. So we're split on the target. So the last 9 candles are telling us it's a crapshoot either way. But the Scalp Pro is saying we need to go up here. I want to see what happens when it crosses this 5-minute, which is the multi-chart alignment, because we're down on every other chart time frame but the 4-hour on this. Yeah, I would still consider going short up here. By the way this is moving, it's not making any. It looked like it was going to break out here. And then I thought, I got to be long biased. But now it's come right back down to this level. It loves this level here. Let's kind of smooth out this level, 76 down to like here. Well, we got it there to 56. So there's sort of our level there. So 44 cents and 80 cents. It's $1.20. No, I'm sorry. That's not, my God. I thought I was adding $1 to that. So that's like nothing, hardly. Yeah, it's just 32 cents. Right? Or 34 cents. I can't add. 30 cents? 20 cents. I was going backwards and making it much more complicated for myself. God, doesn't it seem like that's a bigger channel than 20 cents? My God, that's why I was throwing. First, I thought it was $1 or something. I'm so used to Tesla. So we have a 20-cent consolidation here, so that's pretty conservative. We buy the dip here and then sell off and then just get ready if you got it wrong, The fib did turn it around, which was nice. If you get in long and it starts to go against you, seems like it is really stopping there. I'm going to go ahead and get in there. I got it at 54. So what that level did is it gave me confidence to get into the trade at a little bit higher level, than how I had been looking for a dip. That recent, very, very recent historical data. There we go. With the 92, just a tiny trade. I see a 20-cent channel. I don't think I want to go more than 10 cents, which is what it's saying. So 8 to 10 cents is what you go for on the long. And you can go for like 9 to 12 cents on the short. Here we go. It broke that level. I'm going to go in short there. So let's see if it's not going to make a big leap up to the $30 there, which is only 21 cents away. $21. I'm going to do market on the get out of the short. I'm just going to do it now. I got out for $5. The price action showed it continuing to go up, so I got out. Let's see. We're at the top of the market magnet. All right, you have that's not the buy-sell oscillator. That's the risk oscillator, it looks like, turning that around. Oh, no, it is because the color's fading against that green. So that's the buy-sell oscillator. That's relative strength index telling you to turn around there. Now the MACD said turn around. Well, I probably should have held that position, huh? But Scalp Pro says go up, so we got conflicting things here. It did break green here, so we're green across the board, and the market's going green now too. How about NVIDIA? It's still down from its close and open. Tesla is starting to climb back up a little bit. AMD is staying real steady at 166. I'm hoping that when NVIDIA announces positive with good guidance, it'll drag AMD along with it. I'm still holding the swing on that. That's a little painful. Hood is down from its open and close, and Apple is up from both again. So, ooh, boom. 2-cent spread. So I would go market to get into this. If it starts to hit near that 230, I'll wait for a rejection off of that. But it already rejected. Rickshaw man, look at that puppy. Whatever the way the rickshaw points is the way it's supposed to go. So there's our driver. And this said's down too, but it did not go down, which is nice. Let's see. Wait till the end of that candle to see if the rickshaw man was right or wrong. I think that's only like 65% of the time accurate. It's just good to know these things because you just add them into your overall knowledge. You can't just count on one bit of data. Most professional traders will tell you they are very data driven and they all use different data points. So I got in a short at 94 thinking that we're going to get a rejection off the 230. So every bit that it goes above that, like particularly if it breaks that fib, I get worried and I might just get out of the trade. Like it's going to make a bigger move if it breaks that 15. See if we can break $100 on this one. Looked like it for a second. Get a big drop, a big rejection up there. Everybody's scared. Yeah, somebody emailed me and said, I was really green yesterday. I just did the opposite of everything you said. Well, isn't that a confidence builder? Thank you for that email. People. Just stick a knife in me. Here we go. So we broke 100 there. So you should have made your goal if you've been relatively following me, because this is over 50. Yeah, okay. So we made our goal. If you've made your goal of 150, I would stop. That's, I'm going to keep going for the people that haven't made it and for myself. But you got to think about over trading and where it did reject really hard off that $30 mark, or 230, which I thought it would. That was kind of an easy call, considering the price action here. But I do think it's going to swell back up. Let's see. So last time, the lowest it's been at the open was 228.23. It hit down here 228.86 a few times. But again, I would think about in this level going long again before I just hop in, because we may get a bigger rejection. A nice big doji there. So it's getting close to where I would consider hoping it's done with its rejection. I'm going to go ahead. That's a little higher than I wanted. So I got it to 60 cents, which is a little higher than I wanted. To go long, 229.60. Not going to hold it past the fib. I'll take a hit if it keeps going down. Sometimes the rejections can be pretty strong, so I probably should have waited a second more. 47, and this needs to turn around at this fib here. There it goes. Okay, show me some love here. Nope. Do not break that fib. Finally, I see some price action I like coming the other way. Here we go. See if we can jump all the way back up in here. Let's get up in here into the 80s. That'd give me a 20-cent, $20 trade. It's right at my position right now, but it's showing signs of recovery. You can see here. That's momentum. Now those are both momentum indicators that it's going. And you can tell from the target, it's like it's a real battle going on right here. Then when you see that, then you look at the Scalp Pro and say, what is that saying? That's much stronger down than up. I mean, look, we're talking real low money here to just wait it out a little bit and see what's going on. No reason to panic. We just wait for the move. We're not trading 1,000 shares, and this price action is moving within like 6 to 12 cents. So you're not really in a big danger unless you get a huge flush. Then just get out. I'm counting the fib to where I want to get out if it breaks that fib going down. This is good news here. Market magnets information above my position. Pulling down the magnet's not good because it stops it from going up, but at least it's above my position when it first started doing that. So, but yeah, you can see that when that magnet came down, it turned it around. So I probably should have just got out right then. I do respect that market magnet, and once again, it proved to me that you had a good trade for a small amount and you didn't take it. But I don't want this price action to recede. We want this to come in here. This is reading really short-term price action. That's scalping. How do you read it? You read it off historical data. You want to see if things are going to repeat. And then you read off of current price flow. And those are really the two. And then there's different ways you can get that information. And that's what people will argue about sometimes. But so that, unfortunately, is a bear flag. There's the pole. Here's the flag. If this turns red and indeed breaks the fib, it's more confirmation that you want to get out of the trade. I want it to break the flag here and have a green candle here. It has 28 seconds to go green. Or people will jump on a bull flag move, a bear flag move, I mean. You're trading with the crowd, guys. Keep stopping at the 50 cent. Oh, dude, that's not good. Don't do that. That's not good price action coming in. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off of this stock because it's so boring that it's like it had some moves for a while. The volume is so low now. It's just way below the 100 that we want to see. Is it finally going to do a move now? After all that waiting, I can wait a little longer. I'll just take it there. All right. And then it goes. Then it takes off. Okay. But I wanted to get over to Tesla, actually. And take a look at what we got over here. Oh, it's not doing what I need it to do here for some reason on my chart. Yeah, it's starting to climb back up again, that means we can trade it long biased. Yeah, because it was way up here, 55 it hit. So go back down to 50 shares. Remember the stock we're dealing with. It's going to move. Each one of these is 50 cents, right? So that right there is $1.50 in 5 minutes. If you have 100 shares, it's $150 going your way. That's great. Playing at long bias right now is not a bad idea, really, frankly. All right, let me see if I can get a dip down to the 52-ish. 52 level here. Is it going to drop, or is it just that was it? That was its little tiny retracement, and now it's going to keep going, it looks like. Just trying to take it all in because I'm making a quick decision here, and I'm not looking at enough data here. Wow, this certainly looks like this is going to pop. Wish I would have grabbed it down there at the 15 cent. 15 cents above 352. It hit 15 for a second. Now it's going. Okay. Reassess. Can I get any kind of an entry here? Yeah, we just got to get in this move, guys. It's definitely showing an upward move here. I'm going to try to get in there. 19. Hit 15 for a second. All right. Let's see if we can get back. I think we were over $100 on this stock at one point, and then I blew it with a couple of trades. Really? You're going to do that to me now? Oh, this is not lighting up again. I don't know what's the deal. See if we can break that 50 cents, and then I'll hold it past it if it can break it, and I'll hold it for a bigger move. And there it goes. It's at 45 over here. Market makers right there. I could take a baby trade and be happy with a profit, but I'm thinking about holding it long biased a little deeper into this move. If you could really break the 50 cents without rejecting, which it is, so that's good. So let's hold this up to the 53. See if we can get it up to 53. Anywhere in there, I'll take it. Looking for $53. Don't reject. Come on. It did reject off the 50, so now you got to be careful. It's taking its sweet time. It's hovering here so much, guys, and I'm thinking about taking a 2-digit profit up there. Oh, there we go. Flow says up, but price goes down. A nice, big, solid, fantastic candle that's reversing on us here. I might add to the position down here if it goes and then starts to reverse back up. I might add to 100 shares up here. I like its upward swale still. Here's our first 5-minute red happening, but look at the strength of this. The fact that it's already been up there already is good news. So this would get us up to like over $200 for the day if it got up there. So it's tempting. 78, 88. I'm going to take that if it picks me up. $85. Good enough. I wasn't getting over greedy. So let's take a close look at what we got here, because this looks fun. This is what they're trading. They're trading the RV here, and they're doing 1,000 to 2,000 shares, which is driving this up too, I'll bet, because there's like at least 50 people I know of that are doing that. We can keep our share size tight for everybody here. Just keep it in your parameters. I'm joining them in 8 minutes, so hopefully you guys have kind of got a bead on what to do here. But this is the RV stock. So remember, with Tesla, keep your share size low, watch your max loss, and look out for big flushes, because if you can't weather them, I mean, because look at how much that moved, right? That's $3. So you might, if you had 20 shares, that's $60. So you have to just take your time and do a slow climb and worry that it could go that far. And unless it's reversing back up, you'd never want to add. So you just, you got to be careful, guys. So now off the even dollar is more of a dip now to buy this dip down here. As it continues to go up, I'll try to get it. I got it at 80 cents. I'm expecting a possible retracement down here. I'm looking for this to break $100, and then I'll probably jump out of that move for now. So we have a nice solid green day here. If that happens, don't count the cart in front of the horse in front of the cart, whatever. Your chickens before they mate. It's like the puppet master said, he's going to sell. He's going to sell. Turn it around quick. Don't let him get picked up. He's trying to sell. Don't let it do it. Okay, everybody's on board. Don't let the professor have a successful trade. Do you guys all understand? We're with you. Got just a few minutes, guys. I got to bug out, so I'm hoping this is a good trade. I'm at 80 cents. Now it's down to 62 cents. Don't like the rejection. That's an even dollar rejection, which scares me. I thought it was just going to be a little dip and a breakthrough, and instead it really rejected down an entire dollar. Here we go. Come on. I see your price action going up. Oh, I'm way over here. That's my price. I'm still in here. I forgot I had a price for a second. Well, so that's a 33-cent trade if I make it. Way above the target, which is probably why it didn't pick me up. Here we go. One big swale and you got me. I was trying to get to I was watching the money more than the price action when I took that trade, because I'd be picked up already. Here we go. You made a little tiny bull flag. We will complete the flag by breaking this level. You have 51 seconds to go, and then you will shoot up to 350, 350. There, I've told you your future. Don't listen to the MACD. It's not right this time. That's right, it disappeared. It had no confidence to stop you. Here we go. And we broke the $100. Yay, and there it goes. And the crowd went crazy. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm going to bug out for now and look for the recap video. And I'm really, really excited to see what happens with NVIDIA and AMD later today, and the guidance is given. But I hope you guys are doing well. I will see you in the morning. So go green out there. We made our goal, so that's good. We have well, let me just double check to make sure where we're at here. So Apple, we have 100 here, and we have 117 there. So we're 217 right now. Okay, guys, we'll see you soon. Go green.